Inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rises, leading to a decrease in purchasing power. It is an economic concept that affects the value of money and the cost of living. Inflation is typically measured by the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, which tracks the price changes of a basket of common goods and services over time. One of the main causes of inflation is an increase in the money supply. When there is more money in circulation, it can lead to an increase in demand for goods and services, driving up prices. Additionally, inflation can be influenced by changes in government policies, supply and demand imbalances, and global economic conditions. Inflation can have a negative impact on your savings. When the rate of inflation is higher than the interest rate you are earning on your savings, the purchasing power of your savings decreases. This means that even though you may be saving money, its value is decreasing over time. For example, if you have $10,000 in a savings account earning 1% interest per year and the inflation rate is 2% per year, the real return on your savings is negative 1%. This means that the purchasing power of your $10,000 will be less in the future. To mitigate the impact of inflation on your savings, consider investments that have the potential to outpace inflation, such as stocks, real estate, or other assets that historically have provided higher returns. There are several strategies you can implement to protect your money from the impact of inflation. First, invest in assets that have historically provided returns higher than the inflation rate, such as stocks, real estate, or commodities. Second, diversify your investments to spread the risk and increase the potential for higher returns. Third, consider investing in inflation-protected securities, such as Treasury Inflation-Protected Securities, or TIPS, which adjust their principal value with inflation. Fourth, regularly review and adjust your investment portfolio to ensure it aligns with your financial goals and risk tolerance. Finally, save and invest for the long term. Inflation is a long-term trend, and investing for the long term can help mitigate its impact on your money. Investing during inflation requires careful consideration and a strategic approach. Here are some key points to keep in mind. First, understand the impact of inflation on different asset classes. Some assets, such as stocks and real estate, have historically performed well during inflationary periods, while others, such as bonds, may suffer. Second, diversify your investment portfolio to include a mix of asset classes that have the potential to perform well during inflation. Third, consider investing in companies or sectors that are likely to benefit from inflation, such as those in the energy, materials, or commodities sectors. Fourth, monitor inflation indicators, such as the CPI or Producer Price Index, to stay informed about the overall economic environment and make informed investment decisions. Finally, work with a financial advisor who can provide guidance and help you navigate the challenges and opportunities of investing during inflation. Long-term financial planning is essential to mitigate the impact of inflation and secure your financial future. Here are some key considerations. First, set clear financial goals and develop a plan to achieve them. This may include saving for retirement, buying a house, or funding your children's education. Second, take into account the effects of inflation when determining how much money you need to save for your long-term goals. Consider using inflation-adjusted estimates to ensure your savings will be sufficient. Third, regularly review and adjust your financial plan to accommodate changes in your life circumstances and economic conditions. Fourth, invest in assets that have the potential to outpace inflation over the long term, such as stocks or real estate. Finally, consider working with a financial advisor who can provide personalized advice and help you stay on track with your long-term financial goals.